Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Tour of the Alps. Let's say it was about time. 2 years have passed since the last edition of this race. We put so much passion in. Of course, you know the circumstances, but finally, through all the struggles and through all the difficulties, the Tour of the Alps is back and is back with a great edition, crowned by so many champions and great performance. And some of them, we are going to present them today in the opening day press conference. Today, we are going to be joined by the defending champion, Pavel Sivakov, Chris Froome, and Simon Yates. Now, I ask the direction. I think Chris Froome is already with us. Hello, Chris. Welcome back.
Hi there. Thank you. Good to be here.
Chris, it's going to be not the third year in a row, but the third time for you in a row who are choosing to be at the Tour of the Alps. You seem to actually appreciate this race and this format.
Yeah, certainly. First of all, thanks for having me. I certainly enjoy racing the Tour of the Alps. I think it's a fantastic little race with obviously a lot of climbing, a lot of hard stages. So as I move forward to bigger goals in the season, this is a great race to be able to test myself and see exactly where I'm at.
Yeah, as you said, you are still a little bit like testing yourself. I mean, everybody remembers the severe injury you had in 2019, and you are still on the recovery path. How do you feel right now? How do you feel out of 100%?
Good. Yeah, I mean, I'm continuing to see progressions, which is the main thing for me at the moment. I've just come down from another altitude block up in Tenerife. So yeah, feelings are getting better and better, and looking forward to racing this week and seeing any progressions.
So Israel is going to be aggressive at this race. It was announced that you are going mostly for stage races, but for stage victories. Sorry, and you have Dan Martin for the first time.
Yeah, we've got a great team here.
Go to the Ardennes.
Some guys who are really focusing on being ready for the Giro d'Italia as well. So we've got Dan, we've got Alessandro De Marchi, guys who can really fight to be in the breaks and try and make the race exciting, hopefully.
Yeah, I want to remember to remind to all the people here in the media room who can call for the floor for questions for Chris and the other participants at any time. Chris, right now there's a lot of big performance here at the Tour of the Alps. You have been seeing them quite a lot early in the season. Who do you think is going to be the main threat for the GC here at the Tour of the Alps?
Good question. I mean, as you pointed out, we've got a really strong field. It would be interesting to see where Thibaut Pinot is at, especially before going to the Giro d'Italia. I'm sure Yates is in great form as well. Yeah, I mean, a lot of riders here. I don't really want to miss anyone out, so I'm not going to say this guy is the favorite to win the race. But I think we can expect a really fast week of racing ahead.
Now, I think a couple of those suspected those have joined us in the live, I believe. Can we give our welcome to Pavel Sivakov and Simon Yates?
Hey guys.
Hello guys. So Pavel, the last time you were here in the Origio, you were wearing a shiny leader's jersey. We can say that the Tour of the Alps was something like of a breakout race for you. You had the opportunity to lead, and you won your first stage race. What are your memories of this race from 2 years ago?
Yeah, definitely. It is. I've got really good memories from this race. It was definitely the breakthrough race for me as a professional. It was my second season as a pro, and yeah, I was basically like this year coming down from an altitude camp actually with Chris, and yeah, I was in great form leading into the Giro, and yeah, just really good memories, you know.
Oh, seems like we are having some issue. Anyway, Simon, for you instead is going to be the very first time here. We have long anticipated the first time of bike exchange at the Tour of the Alps, also because it seems that this stage race could be really suited to you.
Yeah, I mean, first time for me, first time for the team. I think we're all excited to be a very beautiful part of the world, and it looks like a good race. I mean, the stages are quite short, which I think we'll see some aggressive racing just from that alone. So, like I say, happy to be here and happy to get racing.
Yeah, right about the formula. You talked about the short stages. Chris, what do you think about the racing formula of the Tour of the Alps? Because there's always discussion about having short races in preparations, but it seems like Tour Giro d'Italia contenders keep choosing the Tour of the Alps as a key dress rehearsal ahead of the big test.
Certainly, in terms of timing, I think guys doing the Giro d'Italia, this race really works in terms of getting a stage race in the legs. Obviously, the other option would be to do some classics, but more in the line of stage racing, this makes a lot more sense. The stages are short, which means it's intense racing. It's exciting racing. Good little race, preparation race, I think, for a lot of the guys going into the Giro d'Italia, and that's why we've seen so many of the contenders coming here.
Yeah, Pavel, this year has something in common with 2019, because also that year we were waiting for Egan on our road. Then some change of scenery left you and Theo free to shine on the scene of the Tour of the Alps. Right now, of course, without Egan, you have another chance to show your skills and maybe make a bid for Giro d'Italia leadership yourself, or not?
Yes, of course. I mean, I wouldn't say it changes my preparation or anything else. Of course, it's kind of I will have a bigger role now in the team. I will maybe have kind of, let's say, more, not pressure, but yeah, a bigger role, because if Egan would have been here, would have been the two of us kind of leading that race. But whatever I do here, I think Egan stays the number one for the Giro. You know, he's preparing for that. He won the Tour de France. So at the end of the day, it's great. But for me personally, in my mind, it doesn't change much. I mean, I'm in the same state of mind. You know, I'm coming here and to try and do a good thing on GC. So yeah. I mean, for me, when I heard he's not coming, it didn't change that much. Of course, it's a pity not to have him here, but yeah, like you say, it's a good opportunity for me.
Simon, for you, compared to the other times you contended for the Giro, this is kind of a change of preparation, because you weren't racing so much in the build up to the Giro. This time you chose to do this race, and along with most of the guys who are going to be with you at the Giro. How important is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice, I think, to mix things up. Normally, I would do just a really big block of altitude before turning over to the Giro, and where the race sort of fits in this time. For me, it's a bit like last year with Torino. It's a similar time of the gap between the races is quite similar. And I felt really good last year there until my unfortunate encounter with COVID. So yeah, we're trying to replicate that, and this year just fit perfectly. So we'll see how it goes.
Are you also planning to do some Giro recognition in these days after the race?
Yeah, we have some stuff planned. I've also done some stages already after Torino and before. So, I mean, at the moment everything's going well. I just want to see how the race turns up here, how the condition is, and go forward from there.
Pavel, we were shortly speaking before the press conference, and you told me that you are coming off training camp, but you're also planning to see some Giro stages.
Yes. I also come from down from Tenerife. Arrived in Italy on Friday, and yesterday I did a quick recon of the Zoncolan Giro stage. Yeah, and then we actually finished really close to another stage, which will be held in nearby the Lago di Garda. So planning to do another recon there, which is quite handy to have like kind of the start and the finish close to some stages of the Giro. So yeah, jumped on that opportunity.
Chris, for you, more of a general question. I mean, you've been long recognized, long identified with Team Sky first and Team Ineos then. Yeah, it's a first change of scenery in many years for you. How does it feel?
Yeah, good. I mean, it's a very fresh approach for me. I mean, doing things very differently for the first time in over a decade. So it's been a long time getting used to all the new equipment, all the new teammates, team members. But I feel as if I'm suddenly settling into the team now, and really looking forward to these kind of opportunities where I can be together with the guys and get the racing in.
Now I would like to give the colleagues a first option to tell their questions to our rider, to our protagonist. Guys, the floor is yours. So, in case since they are still thinking, I have a question for you and for you all. Have you taken a close look to the course, and do you have an idea? Have you have an opinion about which stage might be the most important for the outcome of this Tour of the Alps? Pavel, you first.
On the paper, I think stage 4 is the Queen stage, if I'm not mistaken, the big mountain day. But I think already from the second stage, there will be some moves. We're seeing that recently the racing is more and more aggressive, and it's kind of opening up more and more early. So I think already from stage 2, every GC contender has to be ready. Actually, already from stage 1, like you have to be up there. I mean, every day. But yeah, I think second and fourth stage will be the 2 important days.
What do you think, Simon?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, really, short stages, it creates aggressive racing, fast racing. I think already from the first day there, we're going to see that. But I think also there's also a lot of down. I mean, I think that also changes the dynamic of the racing a little bit. How that will be, I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out in the coming days.
Yeah.
And you, Chris?
Yeah, agree with them both. I mean, I think Pavel and Simon have nailed it there. Short, aggressive racing. Stage 2 and stage 4 are going to be probably the most selective days, but already from tomorrow, with start straight uphill, I think it's welcome to Tour of the Alps. So, yeah, should be good.
Yeah, you're probably the most experienced of the Tour of the Alps. So Simon is the first time. Pavel is in second, but already won it. If you had to give an advice for somebody who is doing the Tour of the Alps for the first time?
Yeah, wait for the final of the race. Sit at the back, no stress. Stay out of trouble, and yeah, wait for the racing to kick off in the final.
Yeah, and also maybe be a little bit laid down before, and if possible, enjoy a bit of this beautiful land that we are crossing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Now,
it's a race to enjoy. It's full gas. Soak it up, enjoy it.
do you have a personal experience with this lens, Simon, or you're relatively new to this Trentino Alto Adige and Tirol?
No, not really. I think this is really the first time in the area properly. I've only been here since yesterday, so just a small ride today, just to see the area. Like I said before as well, it's a really beautiful area, and yeah, I'm sure it will create some spectacular racing.
Pavel, you are the youngest of this panel, and the Tour of the Alps has made a reputation for itself for revealing new promises, new talents coming out on the big scene. You were the latest in time, but also Teo revealed himself here and then broke out very, very shortly after. Right now, looking at the start list, or maybe just looking at the field, who do you think might be a youngster to watch for this Tour of the Alps? It seems Pavel's connection has got stuck. But I mean, it's a question I might extend also to Simon and Chris. I mean, there's a new generation coming out, even in stage races. Do you have a man to watch?
I think every guy to watch here is a pretty well known. I don't know. I haven't checked any really young guys, but we see that nowadays the really young guys are already that's kind of the favorites on the stage racing. So no, I don't know. I think everyone is.
Yeah. Connection issues again. Simon, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the other teams. I think a little bit on what Pavel touched on there. I mean, a lot of the teams have some guys who are already at the top of the sport, so they might be in a more of a supporting role. I mean, just from our team alone, we have some young guys here. Kevin, obviously, Kevin Colleoni, young guy, really good amateur, and I'm sure he can help me here, or maybe get his own chance during this race.
Chris, you have maybe one of the most experienced teams here with you, with Dan, with Demarchi, but do you also have an opinion about a promising breakout star?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I think that there are always younger guys coming through, and this is a perfect kind of race for someone who's got that talent to show themselves. So we'll see. I mean, there could be a few surprises. I'm not surprised anymore in modern day cycling when early 20-year-olds are right up there, and you haven't seen them before. So I mean, it's more and more youngsters who are performing at that high level. So why not? We might see some younger guys doing the same thing here.
I will ask you last time for the questions from the floor. So if the colleagues have any question. Davide, yep. Question coming. Just a second.
Question for Chris.
Okay,
first.
okay, Davide now.
Okay, can you hear me? Right. I have a question for Chris first. Some weeks ago, I heard Wiggins say in a podcast that you weren't more respect. Do you feel like after your injury, you have not been as respected as you would like to be? I don't know if from the media or from other riders or anything like that.
No, I don't see any issues there. That's maybe a call for someone else to make, not for me personally.
Other questions from the floor? So in such case, I have, we have another one from Davide. Yeah.
Pavel, I would like to know.
Wait a second.
About Pavel, I would like to know if he happy about his shape, if he recovered the injuries he had in the last season, and if he feels like he can be as competitive as it was last time he was here in Tour of the Alps.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely recovered. I mean, it wasn't anything really complicated. These injuries were almost like the combination of the injuries and also being in the Tour. So I really struggled to the Tour de France last year, but took me quite a while to recover. I mean, the off season, but it was, let's say, kind of a good timing for that. And yeah, I think the shape is pretty good. I've been in Tenerife now, which is always kind of the period of the year where you kind of step up in the season, and I hope to be as competitive as last year. I think not last year, 2 years ago. So yeah, I think so. Let's hope. We'll see in a day. We'll see tomorrow already how are the legs. So looking forward to that. Actually, this race is gonna be more a test before the Giro. So I think it's a great race for that.
Before we close this press conference, I want to thank you all for being here. Oh no, we have a question from Tutto Bici and one from Gazzetta dello Sport, and then we must leave Chris go because he needs to come for the testing.
Yeah, hi guys. A question for Pavel. Wanted to ask, how much did you change since 2 years ago? I mean, you were young 2 years ago, and you are still young. But did you change as a rider? And then a question, Simon, you have been so strong in the Giro d'Italia, we remember, and in Tirreno Adriatico also. So now Italy is the best set for you. The best performance of you have been in Italy, so we have to expect you pretty strong also this year.
Yeah, I'll go you first.
Okay. No, I think as every rider, the longer the time you spend in the peloton, the more experience you get. So I definitely learned a lot during these 2 years. Got more experience, also hopefully got stronger. I think I did. So no, I definitely changed as a rider. Yeah. So that's basically that. Just trying to have that constant progression. Not maybe as crazy as we can see in some younger guys, coming out from the juniors already winning almost the Grand Tours. So no, just progressing step by step, and I think it's going well.
So before Simon answers, I will leave Chris go because he needs to come for the COVID testing. All the teams must do it.
Thanks, guys.
So thanks
Been a pleasure.
for being here, and see you in these days. Thank you. Now, Simon, for your questions.
Yeah, I mean, I love racing here in Italy, and I think just in the racing suits me. It's always very aggressive. And yeah, I mean, hopefully the Tour of the Alps can be one of those races too where I have some success. I mean, I think it's like what Pavel and the others been saying. This is a build race. We'll see where we are. I think condition is good, but you never know until you start racing. So looking forward to starting, and we'll go from there.
So, Ciro Scognamiglio, Gazzetta dello Sport.
Hi, a question for Simon. Yes. Hi, Simon. I was wondering, thinking back the Giro of 3 years ago, in which you was really outstanding for 2/3 more or less of the race. Comparing with 3 years ago, in which aspect do you think you have improved, and for which reason, in your opinion, you can be really a contender for the pink jersey of this year of the Giro?
Good question. I mean, I think I'm always improving in small little bits. But I mean, every race is different as well. I think that's really, really beautiful thing about cycling is that everything is different. Every race different you go to. The conditions of the race are completely different to one another. But yeah, I mean, I just try to do my best. And that's it really. I mean, I have more and more experience every year of doing the tours and coming to Italy to race. Like I just said before, I enjoy it here as well. So that actually helps just to be here. And yeah, I mean, that's all I've got to say really. I mean, it's all a fine balancing act to really arrive in great shape. And hopefully this year I've cracked that again.
Thank you. So if there are no other questions, I will have another one for you, a final for you. Who's your favorite for the 2021 Tour of the Alps?
Is to the riders or to the press room?
The riders.
I don't know. It's hard to say. There is no one favorite. I think there is a lot of contenders here, and it's impossible to pick one. Obviously, I hope to be ready to be amongst those guys. That's for sure. And then we will see who is the best. I think it's hard. If you're a rider on the race, it's a hard question to answer. It's impossible to answer because no matter, especially if you're ready, you want to be one of those favorites. So I think it's kind of a weird answer. So there is no favorites. There is multiple favorites. The field is really strong this year. So let's hope I'll be among those guys, and I'll just do my best. So yeah, that's my answer.
Sounds like a really confident answer, and I like that. Simon?
No, I think it's the same as what Pavel said. There are so many strong teams here, so many good riders. It's hard to really pick one guy who really stands out. A lot of guys are in different parts of their preparation, either for the Giro or for other races. So I mean, it's impossible to say who is the number one outright favorite. But of course, we will try to be there with our team, Bike Exchange. We'll try to win the race and go from there.
I tend to agree with you guys. This race is going to be very, very hard fought, very unpredictable, and that's also why we like it so much. So, guys, thanks a lot for being with us. Looking forward to seeing you give your best of yourself over the Euregio roads. Thanks for staying with us. Thanks to your press attachés for the collaboration, and see you at the Tour of the Alps.
Thank you. See you. Cheers.
See you.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys. And have a good afternoon. And thanks to everybody for being here through streaming. Tomorrow, stage 1, Brixen, Innsbruck. And the show starts. So enjoy the Tour of the Alps. Thank you and good afternoon.
Bye.